Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at my brand new Dell XPS 13 2015 edition. I know it's a little late in the year, it's been out for months now, but I wanted to wait until Windows 10 came out and just to see what the companies had to offer, and after all this waiting, Dell XPS was the best option for me. So it's arrived this morning and I am very excited to get it open. So let's begin. Okay, so just opens from the top. So if I slide this down, it's upside down. And inside the box we have power cables in the outside box, and the very tiny brick. That's very nice. And that's all that's in there. So, on to the main event. Get rid of this. Just get rid of that. And what we're left with is a very small black box. So, I'm going to lift the lid. And lift the tab, and the laptop just comes out, and it's very light and it's very portable and small, and I'm going to set it aside. And what else is in the box is just a quick start guide, safety and regulatory information, and that's all. Just the laptop in the box, and the chargers were separate, and there's nothing else to concern ourselves with. So let's get this out of the way, and let me okay, so I'll pull the tab, and it peels open, and get rid of this, and we have a very small, very light, very thin Dell XPS 13. So we'll just have a little tour of it. It is aluminum top and bottom, and on the bottom we have the I believe that's the air intake, and we have the XPS branding there, and underneath we have all our tags and stuff, so it's hidden away under the little spring-loaded flap. Rubber feet, and the outtake is in the hinge, I believe. So front of the laptop, there's a little thing there, might be a microphone. Dual microphones maybe? I don't think they're LED lights. You probably can't see that at all, but okay, so over here on this side, the left hand side of it looking at you, and you have the power port, mini display port, USB 3 headphone jacket, a battery indicator, and it is fully charged up. And I believe this is a speaker, and I will turn it around, and on the right hand side we have a lock slot, another USB 3, and an SD card slot with another speaker, so stereo speakers. And I'll just show this SD card slot. I believe the cards don't go in all the way, but they should sit fairly securely in there, so just back in a wee second. Okay, so I've got a full-sized SD card, and it goes in. Okay, it feels fairly snug. It sits out, what's that, about a centimetre or so, but it doesn't sort of lock in. Sometimes, you know, you push it in and it would snap in place. It just slots in. I'm not too fussed about that, but it's a minor inconvenience. Okay, so that was just a wee tour. Now open it up, and it is, oh, can't do it one-handed. It seems quite a stiff hinge, and if we open it up, there it is. Okay, so inside we have a 13.3-inch display. This is the Full HD model, non-touch, so it's 1080p, non-touch, and it has a matte display, so there is a light source here, but it isn't, you know, it isn't a complete loss. It's not particularly reflective at all. And then we will have a look at the keyboard. Just ignore the blown out light there. So keyboard looks to be a fairly good size, and it is sitting in a I don't know if it's carbon fibre or it's a carbon fibre finish, but it's a nice patterned texture there. On the inside we have our power button, keyboard with backlight. I think it's maybe 2-stage, 3-stage, I'll check that out. And down here we have a webcam hiding in the corner, just a little black dot there. And I have no use for that whatsoever, so the funny location doesn't really matter to me. And there's a bit of stuff there. Okay, let's power it on. Just have a look and see how fast that does it. So, as I said, this is, I waited for Windows 10, so this is a model that ships within Windows 10. And the internals are a Core i5, and that is the 5200U. I believe that's a base clock speed of 2.2 gigahertz, and it has integrated graphics, and also a 256 gigabyte SSD. Now then, I'll have to talk about that a bit later, but let's see. So United Kingdom app language, I'm going to leave that as the United States. No, I was going to say I was going to leave it in the United States for Cortana, but it is, Cortana's working in the UK. So United Kingdom, I'll use the United Kingdom keyboard, and that's the correct time zone. And I'll hit next. Trackpad is quite nice, it's sort of glassy, and you can see the keyboard effect there. So I'll input my Wi-Fi and I'll come back. So that's the Wi-Fi entered, and I will use the express settings, and Windows should take some time to load up. Okay, so just have a conversation. This laptop is quite a bit ahead of what I used to be using. I was on a Lenovo U410. I'll just compare it to that very quickly towards the end. So it's a jump in terms of processor performance and a faster hard drive. So it's an SSD compared to the hybrid drive I was using previously. But it's also a bit of a step back in other ways. So it's a 256 gigabyte hard drive. So I'm going to have to be cutting back on what information I put on here, because at the minute if I just put everything that was on my old laptop on this, it will run out of room very quickly. And it is also a step back in terms of ports. My old one had a full-size HDMI port and 4 USB ports, 2 USB 3 and 2 USB 2, so I'm down to 2 with this. So yes, it's faster, but it seems to be, with the way the form factor's going, is to cut back on other stuff. It's not as bad as the MacBook with a single USB-C port, so that's quite nice, but it's, yeah, That'll take some getting used to. So I'm going to log into my Microsoft account and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I am not going to bother with that. I don't have time for it. And it's loaded up my desktop. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying out the mice here. So I've got 2 fingers to tap, and it comes up with the right context menu, and 3 fingers brings up Cortana. And does 4 fingers do anything? No. 3 fingers swipe up. It goes into overview mode. So if I open up a number of apps and stuff, it should swipe up 3 fingers. Okay. And swipe down 3 fingers, go back to desktop, and down again should go back to the desktop. Sweet. So swipe up again, it should reveal it again, and 3 fingers swipe left and right. Does... oh, it is the task switcher. Okay, so let me just see if my apps and stuff are here. I do have, I don't know if, no. This doesn't look like it's brought across my start menu. I had a thing set up, my start menu was set up the way I wanted it on my old laptop. On the I upgraded it to Windows 10, so it hasn't brought that across. Right, well that's it. The display looks absolutely gorgeous. Let me see, I will up the brightness. So wow, that was it with only half brightness. I'm just going to bump it up all the way full, and it's okay, that's it down low. So half brightness, 3/4 brightness, full brightness. There doesn't seem to be much difference, so I'll probably not keep it up full, as I don't want to waste battery life. In terms of battery life, this thing is supposed to be very good, up to, I don't know, 12-15 hours. Just depends on usage. Okay, I might have to do that, and that might bring the stuff across. But anyway, that's really it. Let me just sort of pan down, have a look at the keyboard again, and you can see the backlighting. So there is, so down, low, off, full, low, off. So 2 lights, I suppose 3 settings if you want to count off as a setting, but that's really it. So just to wrap up, I'm going to set it up and have a comparison with my old laptop. Okay, so here it is. New Dell XPS 13 and old Lenovo U410. Now, back whenever I first got this in October 2012, I did an unboxing of it, and I did a comparison to the laptop previous to this one, which was a Dell. So I've gone Dell, Lenovo Dell, and it's, if you have a look at that video, this was considerably smaller than the Dell in terms of thickness and just bulkiness, and then we go to the even greater extreme with the new Dell. Yeah, it's not a great deal thinner, it looks like. It's, the Dell's what, about 15mm thick? I'm not entirely sure about that. It's not a great deal thinner, but it is tapers, so it gives the illusion of being thinner, and it's also a good deal lighter. I believe this is about 1.2 kilograms for the non-touch Dell XPS, and the Lenovo U410 was, I don't know, about 1.8. The U410 had a 14-inch screen and 14 inches at a resolution of 768. Not the best. Considerable step up, not just in resolution but pixel density. 13 inches with 1080p. Okay, well that is my unboxing and first look at the Dell XPS. I'm going to go and get it set up here with all my stuff, and hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.